One of the questions I get from people all the time, guys, is should I save my relationship? Okay, so let's talk about that. If you're in a relationship and you've been in this relationship for 2 years or less, okay, you don't have children, you don't have any assets or anything like that, anything really holding you together. If you got that situation and things are not working and you keep on having a toxic scenario like that, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're even asking that question, if you should stay or go, you probably should go. You're not married. You don't have any assets. You don't have any of that stuff. Run like hell. That's what I want to tell you. That's what you should absolutely do. Now, here's what I want to say. If you've been in a relationship longer than 2 years, if you have children involved in the situation, if you have assets, you built a business together, if you're married, okay, then in 99% of those scenarios, fight. Let's talk a little bit more about that and what I'm saying here. Now, there is one scenario where it doesn't matter if you've been with someone for 2 years. It doesn't matter if you're married. It doesn't matter, if you have kids, etc. And that's where there is a threat of bodily harm or threat of death. It's not worth staying around someone who is physically abusive where you have a threat of actually bodily harm. So if that's what you're dealing with, you should run or at least pull yourself out of the situation until that gets resolved, period. Okay, now I hope that helps some people inside of their journey. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. If you are in the situation and you're saying, okay, Mario, I got it. I fall into one of these categories that should stay and work the relationship out. How do I save my marriage? What do I actually do here? Then I'm gonna tell you some of the things that you should absolutely do and how to fight for your relationship. Number one is you want to fight for the bedroom. That's one of the biggest things you can do in a relationship. Actually sleeping with your partner is what we call a D.O.S.E triggering event. That is an event that actually leaves them with happy hormone. It actually releases oxytocin and it makes them want to be with you. It's a bonding hormone. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone. So when you actually are sleeping together in the same bed, it is, even if you're upset with each other for that time, don't you go to the couch. If you love your marriage or you love your relationship, you fight for the bedroom, you stay there. Even if you guys are just touching feet, fight for that. Fight for contact. Any contact that you can have. Sometimes they don't want that contact. Why don't they want that contact? Because they're angry with you, right? So you have to really do whatever you can. If you can't fight for contact, then how you can fight for your relationship inside of making sure that bonding hormone is released in your relationship is you can actually just support them. You can have their back. What does it look like to have their back on a daily basis? Maybe it's taking the trash out. Maybe it's doing a task that was assigned to them. Maybe it's just having their back inside of their stress. The more oxytocin triggering events that you can have, the closer your relationship will be. And that's really how you can fight for your relationship more than anything else. Another big thing is obviously what we call active listening, like really listening to them. It will decrease the toxicity in the relationship. It will decrease their stress levels and increase the oxytocin in your relationship. So there are a lot of things you can do to actually fight for your relationship. And inside of it, I can't tell you all in this video, but I can definitely point you in the right direction. I hope you got a lot of value out of that. And these are the things you can do. If you're in the situation where you're with somebody and you love them and you fall into that category that we talked about where you should fight for the relationship, then fight. Take these tips that I gave you. They're small. They seem like they're small, but they're actually extremely powerful in having a relationship work. Mark my words, you will move something in the relationship. With that being said, if you like the content, you like what I've shared here, then please hit that subscribe button and like it. I've got your back, whatever you need. Talk to you soon.